Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Eric Zinger. I'm joined today by candidate for Hartsdale Fire District Commissioner, Mr. Richard Bruno. He is one of two candidates who will be on the ballot for Tuesday's election for Hartsdale Fire Commissioner, one of the 5 elected commissioner positions. The election is this Tuesday from 3 to 9 p.m. at the fire station on South Central Avenue. That's the one right next to the Fountain Diner. Please make sure to come out and vote. There are 2 items on the ballot. The first is a referendum on a bond to purchase the property directly abutting the fire station on South Central Avenue on South Washington Avenue for $490,000. The second is the election for Hartsdale Fire District Commissioner. And I am joined today by one of the 2 candidates on the ballot. Write-in candidates are allowed as well, but we have 2 official candidates who have filed petitions. And this is Mr. Richard Bruno. Richard, thank you for joining us today.
Okay, thank you, Eric. Thank you for taking the time out on this afternoon, family time, to host me for this interview. Everybody out there who doesn't know me, my name is Richard Bruno. I'm seeking your vote for one of the open positions for the Board of Fire Commissioners of the Hartsdale Fire District. And Eric has a few questions for me. First, he's asking, why am I running? So, ladies and gentlemen out there, I've been a resident in Greenburgh for 30 years. I've been a firefighter in the past. I've been involved in a lot of community events, volunteering for the last 30 years, Dad's Club, ASO soccer, basketball. I have 5 children. I moved here 30 years ago with my family. At this point in my life, just giving back and continuing that. And I feel I have something to bring to the table. I could actually add something to the Board of Fire Commissioners if you guys humbly vote for me next week on 13th. And that's basically it. I have a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, firefighting, being an officer, training officer for 8 years. I'm very familiar with the Hartsdale Fire District. One of the key reasons I moved to Hartsdale is because we have the Hartsdale Fire District. And for those of you, we pay these taxes for Hartsdale Fire Department, but every penny that we pay for Hartsdale Fire taxes goes to the Hartsdale Fire Department, the infrastructure, the services, the buildings, the apparatus. I can attest to that. It's not like it's shit, our money goes elsewhere. It is our fire department, and we should be very proud of it. They're an excellent department. Let's see. Okay, so where do I stand on this bond issue? I'm just like everybody out there. I read about the bond issue. I was on that meeting last week. I heard Chief Masita explain all the salient points on it. And I'm very familiar with that building. That building is dated, to say the least, and it is in a flood zone. And you know, they make a very good point to keep our fire department running efficiently, and to the building needs to be addressed in a serious manner. A new building is probably the right thing to do. You shouldn't put good money into it. You're just putting more of our money into it. They did a renovation years ago, minor renovation. I remember seeing it. They added a couple inches to the doors. They just shaved off the doors, and it's time for a building. So if I just want to see that if we spend money, that it's spent properly, and there's no waste, or to try to prevent any waste. And if I was on the Board of Commissioners, I would definitely try to follow and get us the best value for our dollar in an investment like that in infrastructure. Okay, you said what things could the district do better was another question. I actually was over there yesterday, and I walked through the district, and I was amazed at how much more they've done since I retired from the fire department 8 years ago. And they've become a key player with advanced rescue operations and bonds. They get bonds and everything, and their equipment is superlative. And the building up, the headquarters up on top at 300 West Hartsdale is immaculate. And you could tell our firefighters and our people in the district, you can just tell when you go into a building, somebody who takes care of a building, they have pride. And you know, I do better. I'm not sure if they can do much better. If you look at the list that they do right now, they do tremendous amount of training. Um, the equipment is bar none. It's the best equipment for our dollar. Um, they do community outreach with CPR and babysitting classes for, I know, for like 40 years at least. And what could they do better? I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm not really sure. They do everything. I really couldn't. I just would like to keep the services at the same superlative level as a commissioner. And
So yeah, that was the next question. What's one thing that you think, or one or two things that you think that we do well, that you would like to keep the same or expand upon, or, like that?
well, I'll tell you firsthand. My daughter lives at 180 Hartsdale Avenue, and she had a minor medical emergency, and the fire department was there in less than 2 minutes. Now, I don't think you can get a better response than 2 minutes, and they took care of her from a medical point of view. I understand that first responders. I would like to see them become EMTs. That would be probably the next step, and then they could have further advanced like EpiPens and albuterol treatments for little babies and stuff like that. But I would say EMTs might be the next thing. And part of having that new building, I think they would have more space to do that and to handle advanced medics that respond. See, the way the fire department is that the firehouses are located so they can respond in under 3 minutes in a radius. So that building is really at a very key point. That whole four corners is a very key point. And I think they're onto a really good thing here. This property sounds like they're getting a good value for the dollar, a very low value for Central Avenue. And it's a large size. It would over double the size of the space they have now down there. And it could be used in the future, the back part of it, for more expansion. So I think it's a very smart idea. If you have a piece of property and you add a piece of property, you have that extra space, you could use it for the future. It's always about the future. And we keep growing. That whole four corners, the traffic and everything, and the floods, and it's our community is not going down. It's growing. People are coming to Hartsdale. They enjoy the train and the village and the Central Avenue. So final words.
Yeah, so before we wrap up, any final words, just to the voters out there, or anything you'd like to maybe close with, and make sure people are aware of, if they can get in touch with you, how, or what anything you'd like to disclose with.
Okay, so final words. Just to wrap up, anybody can get me at my email, rbruno48@aol.com. It was my badge number 48, so it's Bruno. And like I said, I did 30 years in the fire service, and I just didn't quit in that part of my career. I now work downtown as a fire life safety director at Ground Zero, the World Trade Center. So from a personal point of view, I'm into emergency action preparedness, fire fighting and stuff like that. I handle it every day right now. I write plans, action plans, fire safety plans. And I think I could bring a good piece to the board if you guys humbly vote for me. And that's about all I have to say.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us tonight, Mr. Bruno. Again, the election is Tuesday, December 13th from 3 to 9 p.m. Please make sure to come out and vote. And if you have any questions, you can direct them to info@hartsdaleneighbors.org. Thank you for your time again today, sir, and best of luck.
Thank you very much.